Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It is Saturday, January 20th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions. And we do that by encouraging you to get in touch with us. It's so easy to do. Just go to jillonmoney.com and click the Contact Us button. When the form pops up, you send us your note. Lots of detail if you're the shy person who doesn't want to come on the air with us, because we need that to help guide you. If you would like to join us, just check the box that says, yes, I want to join you via audio. If you like the video version, then check that box, because our new YouTube show, Jill on Money, powered by the Compound, it's taking off. It's been unbelievable. So thank you so much to our friends at the Compound for hosting us there. We have had a great time. You've got to check out the show. Just go to jillonmoney.com to our website and you will see it. Also, up on the website, our next webinar. Oh, I am so psyched for this. We are going to have Cal Newport. He is a best-selling author. He's been on the program before. He is one of the world's top productivity experts. And Cal has a new book out. He's going to share his groundbreaking philosophy for creating great work at a sustainable pace. If you would like to join us for that webinar, you've got to be part of Jill on Money Live, $35 for the year. And of course, once you join, you can check out the back catalog of all the stuff that lives behind that very, very affordable paywall. Time for you. Forget about me. Let's talk to Charlotte. She's on the line from Washington State.
So I'm actually have a question about my grandmother. She is 81, and she didn't really have a good financial education. She didn't know anything about investing, retirement, savings even. So at the point she's at now, she has a little bit of savings from selling her house, and she gets a small Social Security check each month. That's going to run out. So my overall question is, what do we do when she runs out of money, and what should we do between now and then?
What is the amount of Social Security that she receives?
It's $1,000.
$1,000 a month. Okay. And what are the proceeds from the sale?
There's about $80,000 left.
And is it in the bank right now?
Yes.
Okay. And what are the costs for her? What is she, is she living with somebody? Is she living on her own? Where is she in her dwelling situation?
She's on her own. Her rent is about $1,400, and then her utilities are under $100.
Okay. So let's just call it, so $1,500 a month, plus she has to eat. That does help to survive, yes. Right? She needs about $2,000 a month?
Yes, that's probably close to what she needs, but she is spending a little bit more than that.
For any particular reason, you think?
Well, she kind of has a shopping addiction. Oh. So it's things that she doesn't need, but I don't think it's realistic to try to stop her from doing it.
Right. Well, you're not going to, put a some sort of lock on her computer or whatever she's doing. Okay. So is it possible, dare I ask, that she can move in with a relative?
I have a 2-story house that she can't do the stairs, and I have a baby, and there's just too much going on.
I understand. I'm not asking you to do it. I mean, there's probably a lot of grandchildren, and there's probably children. Well, let's talk about the children for a second. So you're the granddaughter. Tell me who else is alive and in your grandmother's life. Are there kids?
She has 2 kids, but they're not on speaking terms.
Oh, brother. And what about you? You have siblings?
Yes, I have a brother, and I'm kind of trying to take care of him too. So he's not.
Oh my God, Charlotte! I'm praying you work for Microsoft, but I'm guessing you don't.
No.
All right, so it is it's kind of a crappy situation. Obviously, she's going to blow through her money, and at which point she'll probably qualify for assistance, for some food assistance at the very least. She might qualify for Medicaid now, but it's an offset with Social Security. You know what I mean? Like there has to be, I don't know whether the Medicaid would be more than the Social Security retirement income. So here's what I think you're going to have to do. First of all, you got to figure out the food assistance stuff, like SNAP program, right? That's the nutrition program. You see, all these federal programs that are available have, a minimum amount of money you're allowed to actually have in savings. You don't have to spend every single dollar. All right. But we have to see whether Medicaid would give her some more money than her Social Security. And even if it's just I don't know, like a couple thousand versus 1,000, she just makes it. That would be important. Is she also in the state of Washington?
Yes.
Okay. So I think you're going to have to go and sort of check out some of these programs and figure that out. In the meantime, the normal path that would occur is that you go into, one of these places, or you go into an office, because all these programs are kind of they run through the state, right? And you've got to figure out, you say, here's a situation, here's how much money she has, here's, she's going to end up with, by the end of the year, it'll be, 70,000, next year it'll be 50,000, and we don't want her to be like a race against death. We want her to have the money to live where she wants to live. I think the other question is really, how long she can really live on her own. Is that an issue? I mean, in other words, I'm not saying that's a today thing, but we want her to remain independent as long as she can. But, if she were to get sick, then she definitely would be qualified to get help moving into a facility. The question is, whether you would feel okay with that.
Yeah, I think there's going to come a time, it's just a matter of when she won't be able to live independently. And we've talked about it, and I think she'll be okay moving somewhere.
All right. That's good. All right. So I looked at this, and I see here the maximum income to qualify for Medicaid in Washington state for a single person is $17,131. So she qualifies for Medicaid right now. Okay. And you should really start exploring this, because I think this is going to be the best direction, because otherwise you're going to spend all your money taking care of your kid. You're going to take care of your brother, take care of your grandmother. And guess what's going to happen to you? You're screwed for you. And we don't want that to happen, really. Yeah. So I think that's really what we got to go for. And I think no investing or anything like that. No, nothing like that when it comes to, the money.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, she had a friend telling her to invest, and I was saying, okay, good.
No. No. I don't think there's a lot of great options for you. In some ways, it's easier because there are I'm not giving you some magic solution. There is no magic solution. I mean, is there a cheaper rent than $1,000 a month? I don't know.
Especially not now. I mean, I had a 1-bedroom apartment in the area she wants to live that was over $1,000. So it's probably not realistic to go cheaper. And if she needs care, it's going to be, $3,000 or $4,000.
In a weird way, once she needs care, it's almost easier, because she will qualify, boom, she goes in. This in-between period is what's harder. You know what I'm saying? Because at least the way I see it is that this is the period where she has some assets, she has the ability to live on her own. This is where it's actually, you're sort of a little bit in this donut hole. You're not in one place, you're not financially secure living on your own, and yet you don't need, the in-home care or long-term care in a facility. Right. So I think that this is kind of what we think. This is like the next best step. She needs some help. She needs a federal assistance. This is what safety nets are for. People who are in trouble. And she's not in trouble this second, but it is incredibly important that you don't take this on, because this is bigger than you. I really don't think when people have these kinds of questions, you're not changing an 80-year-old's habits. I mean, it's one thing if you told me that she has dementia and she's, spending $10,000. You could basically say, I'm taking over your finances. But, she'd have to be like, okay. And that doesn't sound like it's happening.
Yeah. And it's not a dementia related thing. It's how she's always been. So.
I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for your help. That I wasn't thinking Medicaid was an option until things were more dire. So I guess that does kind of change how I'm looking at it. So I appreciate that.
And I think definitely look into the SNAP program and definitely look into Medicaid and see what the options are. And if you have questions after you explore that, you let us know. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. What about you? Do I have to worry about you? What's going on in your life?
You do not have to worry about me. My husband and I are saving 20% for retirement, plus we have pensions. We have estate planning done. We have a 529 for our son. We have emergency savings, all the boxes.
So, thankfully, from generation to generation, you have learned. Exactly.
Yes.
So congratulations to you. If you need some assistance, a little coaching, a little pat on the back, some real guidance navigating something very difficult in your life, or maybe just another set of ears and eyes on your situation, all you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com, and click the Contact Us button. While you're there, you'll see all of our content. It lives there, free weekly newsletter, resources, subscription service, everything right there. Okay, you can subscribe to this podcast, Jill on Money, on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcast. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. Try to do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.